Hey there, Divine Soul. Welcome back to the flow. I am Asmari, and as usual, I intend for you only the highest amount of peace, love, and understanding for your soul journey. The first card that came up is the High Priestess. Ooh. This is a collective reading for the energies of the full moon, which is today. It's the full moon in Virgo. Now, full moons, their energy normally, emanates for the rest of the month until the next full moon. And so we're just going to look at the energies that our souls want us to be aware of for our soul growth, right? Remember that we still have our Astro Motion calendars on sale for you for March, so you can go and check that out. There is still a 50% discount for all of my Pisces gang. Happy birthday to you guys. If you haven't checked out your Soulversation reading, you can do so. If you want to book your own personal reading, you can do that as well. If you're new here, Karibu Sana. This is a space where we share perspectives and ideas and basically experiences to help each other grow and become the best versions of ourselves. Now, the full moon this time round is a full moon in Virgo. Full moons are all about illumination, showing us things that, well, not just things, but showing us more, let me rewind that, giving us more clarity surrounding the things that we may have not been aware of with respect to that particular sign. So Virgo, for example, is a sign of practicality, work, health, our daily routines, So now what's being illuminated most to us is regarding those areas of our lives. How can we be more healthier? How can we develop better work routines that work for us and not necessarily work routines that other people tell us we have to have in order for us to be functional human beings? You know what I mean? And it's really interesting because I don't normally say this, but I've started to realize that when you get to a full moon in a particular sign, it also gives you clarity about a person in your life who has that particular sign. So for example, it's the full moon in Virgo. If you have Virgos in your life, you're going to get more clarity about that person. If there was any sort of, shadowiness or illusion surrounding that person, stuff about them or your relationship with them is going to end up coming out. Because what is done in the dark always comes to light, doesn't it? Now, I normally do really deep meditative sessions before I get into introspective soulversations. And so for this particular collective soulversation, as I was tapping in and listening to this beautiful, beautiful, chakra alignment, music, solfeggio frequencies. If you're not on it, you should get on it. They're really beneficial. But then again, it's up to you if you feel led. So as I was doing my meditative session, what came up for me was this image of this baby elephant that was, had its ankle like tied by this really thick rope, right? By its so-called like master or captor. And this baby elephant like really tried to get out of the grip of that rope, but really couldn't find a way to break itself free. And so it grew up knowing that it was forever chained to that pole that rope was tied to. And so this baby elephant continued to grow. and grow. And if you've been, following my, journey, even with Collective, as the flow was formerly known, I talked about this energy, but then, I was led to speak about it again. So here I am saying it again, which makes sense because there are new people who are joining the soul journey, and so welcome. So back to the story. Um, so as this elephant grows, you know how elephants are, they grow like to become like bigger than life. They weigh tons, right? And so when this elephant was fully grown, it felt the same way. It felt like it couldn't escape. It didn't even try to escape the rope. It didn't even try to pull free because it had grown up knowing that it would forever be tied to that rope. And what that screams to me is limitations. And so with this, full moon, I feel like we're waking up to the truth about how we were limited when we were younger, the beliefs that were instilled into us, telling us that we couldn't go far, from home, that we couldn't be our own selves, that we couldn't and we didn't have the strength to make it on our own. Some of you may have grown up in really abusive households, mentally abusive, where people treated you as if you were less than, and instilled beliefs in you to make you feel that you were less than, so that you could forever be tied to the home and never break free. And it's so sad because a lot of us go through a lot of narcissistic situations and are not able to break free from them. And trust me, I've been on the journey, I am still on the journey, but I declare myself a free being, and you can be too. That's my mission, to help you win. That's my love language, to help you win, to help you realize that no being should be able to tell you how you should live, how you should be, how you should move, what you should do or what you should say, And a lot of you were threatened into like silence. A lot of you were threatened in so many ways, shapes, and forms, But I'm being led to not dwell on that. The key message for today is empowerment, self-improvement, because that's Virgo in its highest vibration. Being the best version of it in itself, being practical with regards to what changes should be made in your life, right? And so as this beautiful energy comes upon us, we are learning that we are that elephant that can break free and go back into the wild. We are that elephant that deserves to live a life unbound, and that's really beautiful energy. So at the back of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like with this full moon energy, we're really learning how to reparent ourselves. That's what I'm hearing. How to reparent ourselves, learning how to start from scratch. Even if you may feel like you're not where you want to be, even though you feel like you've been held back in many respects, all of those things have served as teachers to teach you the truth about yourself. Anyone who sought to control you was a teacher to teach you how to take back your power. Anybody who sought to make you feel less than yourself was teaching you how to love yourself. Anybody who tried to block you or create obstacles was there to teach you that you can overcome anything if you set your mind to it, that you are what you say you are, so this is you rebuilding your foundation. This is a background energy, and as you rebuild your situation, just learning the virtue of patience, because this is not something that happens overnight. This is something that takes time, and you may have felt like you're going through a situation where like you're literally in the desert and you're searching for water, but you have a few plants that are sprouting out, a few plants that are showing you that there is signs of life, and you just need to be patient about it. And so that's what I feel like you're in. But it's really beautiful because because this full moon is known by farmers. I grew up on a farm. It's known by farmers as the worm moon. Why? Because it's the moon that signifies the change of the seasons, the change of spring, the change of a period of drought into a period of growth and a period of blooming. And that is very indicative for you because you're learning how to have boundaries, very powerful and meaningful boundaries that are, needed, because you never knew how to have this with whatever situation you may have gone through. And for some of you, this doesn't even have to be with regards to your family life. It could be with regards to your love life. So take it where it applies, because your life as it applies to you. But you're choosing to have the strength. You're choosing to be courageous, you're choosing to be brave, and you're choosing to stand in your power. And you're choosing to literally, I'm hearing, tame your ego, right? Because who in their right mind, look at this woman, who in their right mind puts their hands on a lion's mouth and is just chilled, and she's calm down, calm down. So this is you being able to really not only tame yourself from within, but also then manifest the same from without. Learning that those little gremlins in your head will only run amok and tell you that you're worthless and that you're not able to do what you're dreaming of doing if you let them. So the Queen of Swords is mercurial energy, it's air energy, it's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It's you being able to control the mind and tell the mind that you control your mind does not control you. This is you coming back to a space of I am in control, not anything on the outward, and I feel like a lot of you are so-called being tested because, the outward may be coming back and is how dare she have boundaries? How dare he have boundaries? How dare they take back their power? How dare you? Because you deserve it. Because you are a creator being and you deserve to live the life that you want to live. That's it. Period, point blank. Now, you may be dealing with somebody who, may be a fire sign as well. So with this, full moon as well, you may be coming to a situation or a place where, because there's lots of cups coming out. I feel like this is a situation where you've been able to come into control of yourself. I feel like there's a divine masculine and divine feminine awakening, in that the divine masculine is realizing that he can have what he wants. And that applies to the divine masculine within you and the divine masculine, that if you're a woman watching, the divine masculine that is your counterpart, It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. It doesn't matter what life is showing you. If you want something, if you desire it and you believe that you can achieve it, you can get it. All you need to do is stand in your confidence. And with that stability, unconditional love flows. It attracts to you. And it gives back to you what you give. So this is really like a reap what you sow kind of, moment in time. And I'm just so excited about it because at the flow, that's our motto. We're here to reap what we sow. We're here to grow on purpose. We're here to sow on purpose. Look at this man with grapes. Dude, growing grapes is not easy, first of all. Is it? No. Grapes is a symbol of abundance, of fertility. Grapes are a symbol of a lot of things, really. Even religious wise, grapes, wine are used to, well, let me not say what they're used to, but they're used in religious practice for very purposeful and meaningful things. So, for example, if you're a Christian, it's used, in the act of Holy Communion, you know. But wine, since time immemorial, has been used to signify abundance, because everyone, and their mother, since AD BC, BC AD, if you drank wine, you were well off. And this is you learning that you do deserve it. It doesn't matter what circumstances you come from. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you. As long as you love something and you're willing to go for it, you can have it. So let's get into the cards that are on the table. We're 15 minutes in. Okay, let me just take a look at this, right? So we have the High Priestess, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Already what that tells me is that you are listening to your intuition, which is beautiful, because that is our affirmation. If you've already bought any of our March Astro Mood calendars, that's our affirmation for the month. I listen to my intuition and I follow my inner guidance. There may be noise around trying to distract, trying to make sure that the message is not delivered, but at the end of the day, it always will be. Nothing can stop you. Just let the noise be. So that inner knowing of your worth helps you take a risk. It helps you take a risk even if people didn't give you the opportunities that you needed or wanted. You are learning that you are the opportunity. Right? Here we go. What does this say? Empire. Keep this card a secret and play anytime. So what I'm being led to tell you is keep your plans a secret. Don't tell people what you're planning to do. Just work on what you're working on and release it when it's ready. It doesn't matter that people try to keep things from you and opportunities from you, because what is for you will never miss you. Video cut off. Another message for you there. But we stay moving, just let things be. The less we resist, the more power we have. I feel the energy that whoever is led to this video is making people in their environment nervous, because they're realizing their power. They are realizing what they are and what they bring to the table. They are learning to die to their old selves and learning to basically just end relationships that don't give to them in the same way that they give. And so you're looking at things in such a way that I bring this to the table. What does this person bring? And if that person doesn't bring what you are bringing to the table, because a lot of falsities as well, with the full moon, are being brought to light, because there are a lot of people who have been pretending to be high vibrational. A lot of people who have been pretending to be who they are not. And I'm hearing Bob Marley in my head right now, one of my favorite spirit guides, by the way, saying you can fool some of the people. See that noise? You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. What's followed by that is one of my favorite energies, justice. And this yellow card here, I know I use strange cards, but we use what we have, because people try to take things and think that they're doing something to you, but I feel like it was blessings in disguise. And that's a message for everybody who's watching this as well. This is justice forming for you. You may be encountering, or you may have strong Libra in your chart as well. Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries. Also see Leo, Virgo, Cancer on the deck. But it doesn't matter if that's not your sun sign. It might be your moon or your rising. But here we are. Justice, independence. Take a chance and see how the universe gifts you for following your intuition, for following your gut. This is justice for all of the times that people not only took advantage of you and your kindness, because before that was the 10 of Cups. So this means that this was happening in your closest relationships. You're learning that even just because you're related to people doesn't mean that they're family. You're learning that sometimes the people closest to you, well, for me, actually, I'm learning, let me keep that away, but what I'm trying to say is that most of the time we end up finding out that the people closest to us are the ones who don't want to see us shine, who don't want to see us elevate, which is sad. And then they take advantage of your love for them and keep coming back and apologizing and doing the same things, throwing stones and hiding their hands, thinking that they can just put a veil over your eyes and, you know, be like, you're the one who's crazy, you're the one who's isolated, and yet they probably isolated you in any shape, way, or form. You might be the black sheep of your family. Doesn't have to be. This could be at work. You could be isolated by people because you see what's going on and you're not standing for it. We have the Tower and the Page of Cups. For me, the Page of Cups is like my intuition card, my inner child card. But this is you, you know, not only honoring your inner child, but also it's the death of the person that you used to be. And you see these two people like falling off the tower, the shadows. This is the universe saying that enough is enough. Whatever was not built on a strong foundation has to fall. So a lot of you were programmed since childhood to think a certain way, to be a certain way. And now that that is falling away and you're starting to come back to your true self, because I believe that when we are children, we are innocent. It's just that whoever was around us raising us was then now responsible for programming us and teaching us things which... Exactly. Like there's no word for it. It's just which, you know, which didn't make any sense. And so this is you being able to crumble that foundation and listen to your intuition. Being forgiving as well. Learning to forgive and move on. Not forgetting. Don't forget. You forgive, you learn the lesson, and you move on. Because when you forget, that's when the lesson repeats itself. Right? Remember earlier I said you're making people nervous? The sun card is the energy. You see, even like the fact that the sun is trying to hide behind this, like people just can't understand where you're getting your joy from. People are over analyzing. They're like, yo, I thought we imprisoned this person. I thought we made them feel like there was no way out. I thought we literally, materially made there no way out. But the thing is, you can have earthly power, but that's not true power. The truest power comes from God. God is within us all. People are nervous. You are making hell nervous. Because heaven is where you are. Do you know what I mean by that? When I say heaven is where you are, it means that you are getting your guidance from a higher power. You're listening to your earthly guides, to your spirit guides, to all of those beautiful nudgings to follow your bliss. Despite what's going on around you, hear no evil, see no evil, fine. They might try to tie you up, try to make sure that there's no way for you to move forward. But let me tell you something. The world, the universe acts like a boomerang. And our actions and our words, our deeds, our thoughts have a funny way of coming back to us with astounding accuracy. That's a quote by Florence Scovel Shinn. Moving towards your bliss. Again, apply this where it fits. This could be in any situation in your life. For a lot of you, you may have been in dire situations, like dire. Look at this woman. She's literally covering herself. Swords have been thrown at her from every direction, but she's being guided by her guardian angel to safety. You know, some people think that the things that they do will never come to light, and for some people it never does. But the thing is, even though the thing doesn't come to light, they will always receive their karma. So this is the universe giving you what you sowed, giving you the love that you give to others, giving you the peace that you give to others. And here we go with the Hermit and the Moon. The Virgo full moon. Full moon in Virgo. For some of you, there may be this Virgo in your life that through your own life journey, you have triggered them to see the illusions that they wove for themselves. For some of you, this might be you with your Virgo energy being triggered to look within. So there are many groups of you who are watching this. Some of you are being triggered to look within, to follow your guiding star and to see maybe there is something wrong with the way I was moving. Maybe there are a lot of illusions for some of you. Some of you have been like separated as well from like your divine counterparts, you know. You may be from like different families, different backgrounds, and you're just going within. But for a lot of you, you know, because for me the Hermit is like my spirit guide card, and so whoever has been led to this video was led to it for a reason. Some people might think that they're watching this video just to see what's happening, not only in my life, because I know some of you are those and you're watching. But some of you have been led to this video regardless of your motives. Not some, all of you who have been led to watch this video regardless of your motives. something is going to change in your life, whether you like it or not. You're going to learn something, whether you like it or not. Because the time has gone for illusions. The time has gone for people who go out of their way to make people's lives difficult for no reason. We're moving into a reality where, if you look at anything that's happening in the world, people are waking up to all of the ways, shapes, and forms that we have been lied to. But what do we keep saying here on the flow? As within, so without. And so when you stop lying to yourself and when you go within, as a collective, if we all decide to come together and break free of those illusions, we could honestly truly live in a beautiful world. It's possible. Will it be perfect? No. But it will be beautiful. It takes time. But that's the thing with the law, that love always wins. And what is love? Love is patient. So overall, with this collective message, I feel like you're being led to transform. It doesn't have to happen overnight, but you're being led to look for the ways, shapes, and forms in your life in which you can transform them to make them work better for you. This is the energy of finding how to become a better human being, how to break away from all the people, places, and things that were built on false foundations, and learning how to think for yourself, doing your own research, going within, learning how to truly love self, because a lot of us thought that we knew what love is, and we really don't. But that's a whole video for another day. But it's being able to forgive yourself, being able to take the risk to take back your power from the people, places, and things that sought to take it from you, in the most loving of ways, in the most respectful of ways, because we don't change the things that happened to us by acting like how the people who treated us in those negative ways treated us. We change by overcoming and being better versions. It's hard, I know, but that's the only way that we change. Just because someone held something back from you, that's a sign of their weakness. But you are strength. Remember the strength card came earlier? You are strength. And you're stronger and you're in a better position to do better. I'm hearing that song Do Better by Absol. So I feel like a lot of energy as well is revolving around addiction. Sorry. Trust me, I feel it. I've struggled with my own battles with addiction, trying to find solace in things that didn't really bring me that solace that I was looking for. A lot of my anxiety, I thought like if I smoke cigarettes, like my anxiety is going to go away. It won't. Your body is just telling you that you need to do some yoga. You need to breathe. And so this is learning how to give yourself everything that was not given to you, and being able to uncover the truth that a lot of us, if not the entire world, is fighting through mental health issues. So I'm gonna stop there. That was just a small tiny taste of what our introspective soul conversations are like. If you feel led to book one for yourself or somebody that you love, you can do so in the link down below. You can also check out any of our soul farming tools on the website. You can also check out some of my conscious music where I talk about my journey as a soul. All of that is linked down below. But for now, thank you so much for taking time for yourself. That's super important and a beautiful act of self-love. I wish you more moments like this, more moments of pure bliss and abundance, and a better understanding of yourself and everybody around you. Namaste.